Hello, you beautiful humans. Welcome back. This is a Dremel tool. And for some people, they're like, what even is a Dremel tool? It's a specific tool that you use for anything, for woodworking, for plastic working, for grinding, cutting. I use it for everything. I use it for porting chainsaws, fixing my bikes, you name it. This particular Dremel, for me, is a special one because it used to belong to my dad. Now, those who know me know that my dad passed away in 2018 when I was 20 years old. 10th of March 2018 at 0057 hours in the morning, he passed away after a 15-year long battle of a heart and muscle illness that eventually killed him. Now, the thing that makes this one so special, and the reason that I decided to make this whole story, this whole story time in this video, is that there's a specific type of grief that nearly no one talks about, but which is a very, very difficult subject to talk about, and not many people take it very seriously. And it's about cases like this. It's not, it's a simple tool that's less than $50. But it's not about money value, it's about the sentimental value. And the reason why this Dremel is laying in front of me is because the Dremel, after years of hard service, has finally passed away. Now, I've got these, I think they're called brushes or something, and I think they are screwed, so I'm going to try to order new ones. I think you can buy new ones online, but if not, it's gone. Now, I can go out and buy a new one. That's not the point of the story. The point of the story is, and that's the thing I wanted to talk about today, this thing about grief that I wanted to talk about, is nobody, I say nobody's not really nobody, but people who haven't lost a loved one, like a father or someone, like a father or a grandparent or someone that was close to them, they don't know the pain, what it's like to lose something of sentimental value. Because not only you lose a piece of equipment, it's also you lose another attachment you had to that loved one, in this case my father. Now, unfortunately, I'm going through this process all over again, besides this, because my grandmother passed away 3 weeks ago, and we buried her, we closed the coffin a couple of days later. I think it was 5 days later. She died on Wednesday, and we closed the coffin on Sunday, and the cremation was on Monday. But we're going through the whole process where I realized that I've lost yet another piece of my dad. My grandma was my mother's father. She was an interesting woman, but that's not the whole point. But the point is that I lost another piece that was dad, that was papa, as we say it. And the pain and the suffering and the challenges that come with that is nowhere near talked about enough. Especially, and maybe it's different for me because I lost my father when I was 20. I was 3 months from turning 21. But life shows ugly side very, very quickly. And everything that happens, it's like when it rains, it pours. And when it pours, you are forced to deal with the consequences, and when you deal with the not consequences, you also deal with life's reality on the spot. There's no time to prepare for that. There's no time to um, to create systems that will catch you. Although in my dad's case there was, because like I said, he was almost 15 years. He had an illness for almost 15 years, so it was time to prepare. But the moment itself, of the actual moment of the past, of where he passed away, I remember it like it was yesterday. And when that happens, you cling on to things and memories, but especially things, because nearly the whole shed came on my brother and my hands. But you cling on to the memories that you had, and which when you did stuff that you used equipment for together, like this Dremel. Now, the thing that hurts the most is, how do you cope with this? How do you cope with this? I think there's pretty much two options you have. There's option one, you can put your hand in, you sit down in a corner and bawl your eyes out and allow yourself all the pain and all the misery and all the emotions to feel over and over and over and over and over again, because this is not the first thing that is broken down 8 years after my dad passed away. Obviously more stuff has broken down or thrown away. Like a couple of months ago, we got a brand new floor. We had carpet, and now we have I think it's called PVC floor, laminated floor, whatever it's called. But it's another piece that belonged to your dad that's now gone. And the thing that frustrates me the most is when a loved one passes away, when a person that you hold dearly and you held dearly or hold dearly or whatever, is when that person passes away, there is support for the first period of time when it comes to the moment when he passed away. There's friends and family and people that knew your dad and knew everyone else, and etc. etc. And then the funeral comes, and then the reception came, or however that's called. I think it's called a reception, and then the months and the weeks and months after that, there's people still there for you and doing things and yada 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 yada. But when that happens, you also realize pretty quickly that it's just complete BS, because I can count on one hand the amount of people who are still genuinely there for me when I'm struggling with my father, which is disgustingly painful. And 99.99% of the people don't give a flying behoozas about you. I don't know where I get that word from, but anyhow, they don't care about you. They might care, but on their terms, and they don't care about you, and they don't even think about it anymore. Life goes on. But when this happens, you get all the memories flood back, how you used it. All the memories came back on the things that you did, the things that you did together when you used it, etc., etc. And it feels like you're losing. Maybe it's a bit of an exaggeration, but how it feels to me is, yeah, another part of you dies, because it's another part of your father that you had. And like I said before, it's very difficult to cope with that. And I think the only way to cope with that is to, and that's the reason why I started to make this video, because it happened a couple of hours ago. And I was thinking, like, I'm gonna make a video about this, I'm not gonna make a video about it, yada yada yada. And the thing that I want to achieve with this video is, I hope that there are more people out there who who come to the same, I want to say conclusion, but that's not the right word, who go through the same thing, that after a loved one dies, then you hold on to their belongings, and some stuff could be thrown away, but especially maybe it's for men is different, especially for me because I'm a man, and my father and I both had a passion for hobbying and stuff like that. Another part of that dies, and I'm wondering, how do you guys cope with that? How do you cope with that? How do you go through how do you walk through the emotions of 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 situations like that happening to you? How do you deal with that? For me, and I genuinely hope that someone finds strength in this advice, that is that someone who is going through the same process like I'm going through, or is going through the same process that I went through a couple of years, nearly almost well over 8 years ago, when my father passed away, is the most important thing for me. Like I said, is how I cope with that, is take care of it and use them carefully. And every time that you use, whether it's this simple Dremel tool, or it's a drill bit, or a chainsaw, or whatever it is, you take care of it with all of your might and all of your whatever you have in you, and you treat it with respect, and you treat it with love, care, and kindness, that how you treat your own tools, and allow the emotions to come. And there's nothing wrong with shedding a tear when you're using a tool, or when you use something that when a loved one passed away. It's normal. Emotions are waves, and it's like a wave of emotions and pain, and then it calms down, and another one, and another one, another one, another one, and the waves don't stop. And the problem is that you can't count on when the waves come. They just, when they come, they come. It's just the way it is. But it's on you how you cope with that. Are you gonna allow yourself to get to drown in that, or are you gonna be like, okay, this emotion is here. I feel this emotion. You allow the emotions to do with you what you allow us to do with, whether it's you cry, or you go for a walk, or you have a cup of coffee and think about the memories that you had with that specific kind of equipment, like this one, for example. And then you literally are like, okay, sit down next to me. It sounds very weird and very how magic like, I don't know how you say that, but say to yourself, okay, emotion happened, it worked for me, genuinely it worked for me. Okay, this happened, unfortunately I can't do anything about it. Pick it up, sit next to me. You can sit next to me, but I'm gonna have to keep going on with what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to. You right now, if you're not sitting down next to me, you're being a pain in my ass, and you're dragging me down. And I don't want that. I love you dearly, but sit down next to me and watch over me. So for some people, it's an angel that's watching on the shoulder. For me, it's this, and it is extremely difficult to then switch your brain on, switch your mind to the thing that you were doing. But going through time and time genuinely makes things more livable. Don't expect to get over it. Expect the pain of living with that certain emotion. It becomes more copable. I think that's the right word. It becomes less hard to deal with it, and it's a challenge for you to turn it into a fun challenge. Whether you're like, okay, I'm gonna use this drama, for example. I fucking miss you, Dad. I love you, I miss you, but I'm gonna be proud to use this tool, and I'm gonna do it with a smile. I'm gonna take care of it, I'm gonna clean it, I'm gonna use it to its capabilities, and I'm gonna be proud when I'm using it. And when I'm finished, I'm gonna put it down and be grateful for the stuff that I use it for, and I'm going to be grateful for the end result. And I'm going to be grateful for the fact that I was able to use the stuff that I used and to keep the memory alive. I really hope that someone has something for this advice and they can apply it to themselves, and that it helps them to make the grief more livable and not make the wheelbarrow of grief so heavy that it's almost impossible to carry it and push it forwards. So it's tough. It's very tough. It will get easier over time. Emotion will come and emotion will go, but it's your choice how you deal with them. You can do it. I believe in you. And if I can do it, you can do it. Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, take care of yourselves. Try to make your loved one proud. And you can do it. I believe in you. Till next time.